Hello, welcome as I try and get my microphone working once again. If you can hear me, then we're winning. If you can't hear me, then we're not. As always, it's a bit of a luck of the draw as to what it will be. If you can hear me, then we're winning. If you can't hear me, then I can hear myself. Perfect. We're winning. Excellent. Why can't I see my live? There it is there. If you can hear me, then we're winning. If you can't hear me, then anyway, let's get into this. Music in game. There we are. Let's share the link. Let's get into this. There we are. Cool, it's really loud. I am trying to get rid of that in my Catalunya load start list. 2020 route, let me just double check that. Geez, that's loud. Cool, it's really loud. I am trying to get rid of that in my Catalunya load start list. 2020 route. Oh, it's not too bad, I'm just quiet. Oh, well, anyway, at WorldTour, at Pro Tour, at race not race statistics. At race notifications, at WorldTour, race notifications. The music's loud, let me know, and I'll adjust it. But anyway, race notifications. Let's get into it. 2020, we just double check the 2020 route again. Volta Catalunya. 2020, perfect. Let's get into it. Of course, we have the beautiful kits of some of these teams. I mentioned Data, of course, with Nizzolo, FDJ with Vingagore, HTC got Bill Bell, Zimmerman for GW, Ineos have Rodriguez, Bernal, Destiny with Van Eetveld, who's pretty decent. Looks like we missed Bahrain with Butrago, Felix Gallett, Decathlon, Bora with Bookman, Alpecin with Stiff Class and Attila Volta, Mapai with Stephen Williams and Jonas Grigard, Setner with Rubio and Martinez and Soler. Jesus Christ, it's a strong team. Quickstep with Hindley, Van Wilder, Stora, Lab with Ayuso, UAE Emirates with Matthews and Dunbar, and DSM with Kuss, Poole and Schultz. It's like 8:30 at night, so I gotta be quietish. but loud enough that, you know, you guys can hear me commentate the race. Anyway, first stage, small hills, some sort of reasonable hills in the middle, but could end up in a mass sprint, as the game predicts it's going to be hilly riders that finish highly in the race. Let's get into it.
Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened.
Can't wait to watch my Map-Eye squad get absolutely ruined. Oh, thanks, Ninja. Ninja? What is your name actually? Ninja, right? Yes. First stage will take forever to load, but after the subsequent ones should be quicker. Here we go, now it's loading. Come on, Harbour Instant Riders. We of course are the amazing Tashkent City Professional something. Jesus.
And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it.
This is my Map-Eye squad, chilling there with Williams and Kogut. Definitely not biased at all. On offer 2 intermediate sprints and 18 Cameron points on offer today. So that small breakaway is going up the road. Peloton is content to let them go. It is Martingale for Bora, Zaccato for DSM, and Hedgick, the last minute filler in for Dion Smith with the GW Urkos Shimano. The gap is up to 2 minutes 20 quite quickly. See the withdrawal of the Tashkent rider. Just a few small little hills before we get to the crux of the race. At the front of the peloton it is, wow, is that Groupama FDJ, Dombrowski, the American champion for HTC, UE, Emirates, Alpecin, Koenig, Santner at the front, and Soudal Quickstep with their amazing pink jersey there. Map-Eye also joining in the pace-making, Matthias Julian, the Neo Pro from Canada. Now back to the front of the race. Astro, it's Monday for you guys, isn't it? Monday for me too, but Monday evening. First intermediate sprint incoming. 2 kilometers to go for these 3 at the front. Who's going to take it? Zaccato opens up the sprint first, and he takes it ahead of Hedgick and Martingale. Anyway, easy win by, of course, the favourite Zaccato, who's most, I guess maybe Hedgick's got a decent sprint, but no one really went for it early enough for it to be a challenge. 3.3 kilometers to go for the next intermediate sprint. What's going to happen this time? We're going to see an attack from the Austrian rider, the green GW Shimano jersey, 800 meters. Zaccato is the first to launch, and he easily laps out Hedgick for, I think the Portuguese rider took second there actually. So the Portuguese champion of Bora Hansgrohe. is took second, and that sprint there is the hill of the Col de la Pedra Larga begins. Peloton now still Mapai and Groupama FDJ. Who are we racing for? It must be Stephen Williams. Or is someone else here protected? Grigard or Froome, of course. Great in cycling. Here we come to the first KM point of the day. Top 4 places over the climb get points, 5 points on offer for first place. 3 kilometers to the top now. Let's turn down this buggy. There we are. So Hedrick's going to be the one to go first. Is he first to launch the attack? He is the second best climber here. Maybe we'll see the Portuguese rider. It is the Austrian who launches first, but he pulls over and allows the Italian to come around him, zigzagging all over the road. It's really, really hard to tell who took first there. Is anyone going to sprint for fourth in the peloton? Let's look at that before we look at the official results. Dombrowski and Narsen. Narsen of de Koenig, Alpecin de Koenig. Dombrowski of HTC, that beautiful American national champs jersey. Looks like it's Narsen who takes fourth there. And it's the Austrian who beat the Italian over the top of the climb. Those zigzag moves definitely helped him out. Yeah, staying around 3 minutes. The peloton seems to let them go out a little bit, then reel them back in, keeping a bit of suspense on them, tiring them out. It is now the Mapai rider at the front of the race. Matthias Julian, the Neo Pro, of course. Liam Slock for UAE Team Emirates, also doing some hard work there, as the gap is now reduced to 2 minutes 40 as they're about to begin the Port de Santa Fe del Monte, as we see the Portuguese rider dropped from the breakaway. It's been a tough race for him. He's had a lot of exposure for the Bora Hansgrohe team, and of course the Portuguese national champion for all of Portugal. Way off in the distance, it is the UAE-led peloton. 4.5 kilometers to the top of this climb. There are 10 points on offer. Will we see the Austrian extend his lead in this competition, or will we see the Italian take over? Oh god, what do you mean bugged as usual? Oh god. What am I supposed to expect, Mr. Cyril? Anyway, Zoccarato is still leading them up there, as we see the Portuguese national champion has just been absorbed by the peloton. Zoccarato is the first to launch an attack. There's a bit of a gap between the Austrian, both zigzagging all over the road. The Austrian has died, allowing Zoccarato of DSM to take the mountain classification. Inside the peloton, will it be Matthias Julian who leads them over the line? Looks like Slock has rolled through, as Matthias Julian is died from all his hard effort on the front. We now see Chris Froome, 7-time Grand Tour winner, gaining some mountain points in that classification. They're also going to help out on the front for his team, as riders are dropping like flies. First rider, of course, is Mark Sorrell, the sprinter. Van der Paar and Susans, the first riders to be dropped. A few splits happening in this descent, with riders just dropping the wheel. Looks like it's Jalabit's Saint Bayer who has dropped the wheel there. The two riders out in front are now still separated by 20 seconds as they begin this descent. Still holding 2 minutes on the peloton, 40 kilometers to go. Peloton's still the peloton's to win. Slock doing quite a decent job on the front as he sits up now. There has been a massive fall in the peloton. Marc Soler is on the ground. We see a few leaders there. Looks like it is Michael Matthews and Stephen Williams of the Mapai squad. Mapai dropping back Julian and Kogart to help him out. Meanwhile, at the front, still having a 2-minute advantage, Ciclato has 13 seconds over the Austrian. And just off the back of these three riders, it looks like the rider from GW Shimano might just be hopping in. Dan Huil has fallen on the climb, the time trialist from AG2R Le Mondial. He should make contact back with the peloton shortly, but the main thing is he's up and moving. The gap is reducing quite steadily now, 2 minutes 15 the advantage. Still UAE Team Emirates, HTC is getting in the mix. Visma Lisa Bike also there. Mapai sending Ben Hermans and Chris Froome to the front. They're putting a lot of effort into this race. They must be working. Looks like Grigards here and Sainbayer. They must be working for not Koga. Geez, the whole Mapai trainers at the front. Great to see some exposure for the Mapai squad. Get to see Mapai back in the sport after so many years. The two out in front have joined forces. They have a minute 30 on the peloton, 1 kilometre to this next mountain point. The two of them will be fighting it out. Hedrick will want to get over Ciclato to try and take back that lead. To no avail. Ben Herman's now looking dead as we see Hugo Huil of Alpecin de Koninck launching an attack over the top of the climb with 19 kilometres to go, and he's still going. Van Wilder is the first to react. Ben Herman's helping out. George Bennett now for Team UAE Emirates. They're working for their leader. Out the back is Matthias Julian and those other riders who either crashed or fell off earlier in the race. Hugo Huil holds less than 10 seconds advantage with 15 kilometres to go. The breakaway has a minute 17. Are they going to keep away the duo out in front, or will they be caught? Michael Storer now of Soudal Quickstep launching an attack. Quite a few riders trying to get away here. A lot of the climbers trying to do a bit of damage now. Storer has made it up to Huil, but is promptly dropped. Hugo Huil now has 17 seconds on the peloton. The breakaway is a further 50 seconds up the road. Could still be a day for the breakaway. Michael Storer dangling just off the front as we see Tebreri of Bahrain jump across to Storer and straight across to Hugo Huil. They're both looking dead just in front of the peloton. Now Wilco Kelderman tries. Ben Hermans is having a go. He, of course, is with George Bennett. It looks like they're just leading the peloton in. Groupama FDJ have a nice little train there. Ciclato has attacked his breakaway companion. There's 6 kilometers to go. Ciclato has 50 seconds on the peloton. Engelhardt of Soudal Quickstep. Van Wilder now. They're trying to attack. They've got a gap with Buitrago. There's 4 kilometers to go. They're about to make it up to the breakaway. Champuzon has attacked in the peloton. Scaroni, quite a few attacks going on here. Calzoni, Williams is up in the mix. 3 kilometers to go. The breakaway has 17 seconds on the small group here with Van Wilder, Buitrago and Scaroni. It looks like the peloton has other ideas as they've caught them up quite swiftly. Up at the very front, there's 1.7 kilometers to go. Van Wilder has made it up to the breakaway. The breakaway is now sitting on his wheel. It's 800 meters as Ciclato opens the sprint. Ciclato spent all day in the breakaway and he's going to take the win just ahead of Nizzolo, who takes second, followed by Matthews and Stephen Williams. What an eventful finish. We thought some climbers would get away. I do not think there'll be many time gaps here today as all the favourites have managed to keep up. Only riders who are dropped, of course, Martingale from today's early break. We have Gomez from GW Shimano, Matthias Julian, Solens, Hugo Huil, not Huil, so Hugo Huil, sorry, Dan Huil, Mark Sorrell, and Van de Par. Let's have a look at the first podium of the race. Ciclato takes the stage ahead of Giacomo Nizzolo of Dimension Data. Michael Matthews takes third and Stephen Williams in fourth. They put Ciclato in the lead of the race overall. Excellent effort by him. He was in the breakaway and he then took the stage win. He's also in the climber classification with 1 point ahead of the Austrian rider. He is in the points classification, of course, for beating Nizzolo and Matthews by 10 points. Young rider classification is the Austrian, who is in the break today, gaining those bonus seconds at the intermediate sprints, followed by Manuelda and Ayuso. Team classification, Decathlon, AG2R Le Mondial. Stage 2 is a time trial. We expect to see Vingegaard, Bissiger, Oliveira, Ayuso, Van Wilders. We're expecting to see a lot of these GC favourites come out of the works and find themselves into that white and green jersey. Look at that, what a quick loading time. Let's get into it. Van der Poel, the first rider off, 8 minutes down for Lotto Destiny. Mark Sorrell, the sprinter. We're expecting the AG2R rider, the next one, Dan Hull, 74 time trials, 74 flying. We're expecting him to set the best time on the course so far. Look at him, he's about to pass his minute man. That's Suins, I'm pretty sure. He sets 9 minutes 25. It's a whole minute ahead of the next best rider. We're going to get the top 10 of each of these classifications highlighted. "18 minutes at the second time check. We're putting 2 minutes into his teammate as the next best rider. He is about to cross the line there. 24 minutes. Let's have a look who's next. Susans is coming in 10th as we see Matthias Julian, the young Canadian rider, putting in the second best time of the day at all the time checks. Looking at the end, he finishes second, 2 minutes down. It won't hold all day. So we expect, who's this coming in the third? The rider from Dimension Data, the climber, the Ethiopian climber from Dimension Data, Murlu Knife Hill Michael. Looking good on that Dimension Data coloured bike. Hit third at the first time check, but promptly been passed by quite a few riders. Andre Amador, he started off decent domestic from Costa Rica for the EF Easy Post squad. Luke Plapp, riding for Ineos in this race. It's only 2 seconds down at the first time check. Will he be able to contest at the second time check? He has the same time as Dan Hull. Dan Hull's time might be beaten at the final time check. We'll have to keep an eye on him as we see Lucas Plapp now beaten by 3 seconds at that second time check. Plappy takes second at the finish as we see Bauke Mollema coming through with the fastest time. Mollema, the former Dutch champion. Coming across the line, he takes first, beating Dan Hull by 2 seconds. There's not much separating the top few. Egan Bernal looks like the second domestic climber for Ineos, coming across 42 seconds down at that first time check. As we see the Uruguayan rider and Portuguese riders knocking down the time of Matthias Julian and Andre Amador. John Price Peterson from Bahrain victorious, setting the new best time at the first and second time checks. How far ahead is he? Let's have a look. He is 1 second ahead of the time of Bauke Mollema. What's it going to be like at the finish? A lot of riders have been dying later on. Oded Kogat coming in 7th across the line. He sets the new best time 3 seconds ahead of Bauke Mollema. Jonas Griegard, the co-leader of the Mapai squad for this race. 9th at the first time check, already losing 40 seconds. George Bennett putting in a top 10 provisional time so far. Still 90 riders to start. You see Axel Lawrence coming up towards the line. He sets time quite a way down. Hugo Page, the French rider. Nicholas Vinokurov. Alexander Vinokurov's son is coming through the ranks now. We see Grigant, he's going to set probably 9th best time at the finish. Yep, minute 16 down on Johan Price-Pützen. Here's the next best time trialist on the road, Ben Hermans. He sets the best time at that first time check by 3 seconds. What will the Mapai rider be able to do on this course? Very, very biased commentator here, seeing his Mapai squad doing well. There is still 84 riders to go, so there is, and a few of the favourites still to finish, but being in the hot seat can be a great achievement for one's career. Herman sets the best time at the second time check. Time gap between the two of them is reducing, as we see them only 2 seconds apart. 3 kilometers now to go for Hermans. And to the final descent, 1 kilometer to go. Look at him pedaling down there. He sets the best time by 1 second. Colo coming through for EF Easy Post. Osborne not on the greatest day of his life. As we see him losing a minute 16 at the first time check. Tiberi, one of the leaders for Bahrain, victorious. If not a leader, then a great domestic for their squad in this race. 27 seconds down at the first time check. Sitting in 8th. Another person's just beaten him, but not beaten the best time. We see Tiberi about to come through the second time check. Let's see what he does before we flick back to see some of the other riders. 7th, 41 seconds now, only improving. Oscar Rodriguez, 7th at the first time check, 19 seconds down. There's a lot of riders close together on time. 6th now, 29 seconds down. It's not looking too good for him. Nelson Oliveira is 1 second down for the team Visma Lisa Bike. Now at the second time check, he has beaten the time of Ben Hermans by how much? 0 seconds, at the same time as Ben Hermans at the second time check. Here we are, hoping that he does not beat Ben Hermans' time at the finish, but the way we've been going all day, it looks like he will. Headwind has died down to 0 kilometers an hour. Looks like it could be his day today. His day to win. Oliveira's in the aero-attack position. He's got 1 kilometer to go. Heading up to 63 kilometers an hour. He crosses the line in first, beating Ben Hermans by 1 second. Unlucky. Isaac Del Toro setting a decent time at the first 2 time checks within 30 seconds. Zane Bayer, the Mongolian time trial champion, 32nd, a minute down. Van Eetveld, the leader of Lotto Destiny, he is 43 seconds down at that first time check. Koen Bowman, domestic for Visma Lisa Bike, 13 seconds down. Grob Schartner, another domestic, 22 seconds down. Harry Sweeney is coming in the top 10, 7th at the first time check, as he's about to pass De Puter of Lotto Destiny. What will Harry Sweeney be doing at the second time check? Let's have a look. He's coming in 8th. He's not going to be contesting the stage, but he's still up there. We see Ferron now for HTC Columbia, sitting a reasonable time, 20 seconds down at the first time check. I guess if you're not in it this close to win it, you're not going to be there at the second time check. He's 11th, 32 seconds down. Calderman sitting a reasonable time, 30 seconds down. Is he the leader for EF? Not quite sure. Butrago losing quite a lot of time in the time trial, a minute 20 at the first time check. He's the leader for Team Bahrain Victorious. Maybe their plans will be changing as they continue along on this stage, losing 2 minutes at the second time check. His hopes of the overall are well and truly over. Jan Hurt also losing a minute at the first time check. He's got way less time trial. Someone's on a bad day today, as we see Ruben Thompson, domestic for Groupama FDJ. Lenny Martinez, he is one of the GC hopes for Team Santner. Team Santner, of course, pro Conti team, riding in the UCI World Tour for this race. He is a minute down at the second time check. Sepp Kuss, 36 seconds down. It looks like the conditions on the road are favouring those who started earlier in the day. Sepp Kuss, of course, 72 time trial. Emmanuel Bookman, he's 40 seconds down. Stefan Bissiger, one of the favourites for the stage, has passed the second time check in the first time. He was 1 second behind at the first time check. Will he set a new time at the finish? Will he unthrone Nielsen Oliveira? He will, by 1 second. It's very, very close at the finish. Jeez. Fernando Barcelo 2 minutes down at the first time check. Steven Kruijswijk putting a reasonable time. The Dutch time trial champion 23 seconds down. As we see Lorenzo, well, let's see, of DSM setting the 8th best time, 6 seconds down. It's all close together in the first time. As we see Carlos Rodriguez now coming through, setting the best time at the first time check. Let's have a look at Rodriguez. There he is there. The rider for Ineos, who is currently 6th in the youth classification. 31st overall, 16 seconds down. He's passing his Ineos teammate, Van Beckham. What will Rodriguez be doing at the second time check? Let's have a look. He sets the best time, beating Bissiger, who has 80 time trial, by a few seconds. We can see Rodriguez on the form of his life. It's a Spanish race. He is a Spanish rider. He'll be getting the support from the home crowd as he sets the best time by 3 seconds. Jai Hindley, another one of those GC hopefuls, already losing 40 seconds at the first time check. Not a good day for him, but not a bad day. So we see some of the other GC contenders around the 30-second mark. Televolta is losing a minute. The Hungarian time trial champion. Jai Hindley losing a minute, second time check, very unlucky for him. Juan Pedro Lopez also a minute down. Lidl Treks Eritrean time trial champion losing quite a bit of time. Michael Storer of Soudal Quickstep setting a decent time, 17 seconds down at the first time check. He's about 30 seconds down at about halfway. We see Eddie Dunbar now coming through. Is he the leader for UAE Emirates? He is indeed. He is 40 seconds down. We're getting into the top 15 riders on the stage. Prodholm, minute 15 down. We see Guinari, the sprinter, 2 minutes down. Ayuso, he's 44 seconds down at the first time check. So 75 time trial. Looks like Rodriguez is riding himself into the lead of this race. Jonas Vingegaard, very, very up there with the favourites. He sets the 4th best time, 3 seconds down on Rodriguez. Coming into the second time check, he is now 1 second down on Rodriguez. It looks like Vingegaard will take the race lead. Well, he will look like he'll definitely catch up to Rodriguez. He's about to catch Ayuso. He's going to finish quite a way down the standings. Ayuso finishes minute 24 down. Vingegaard finishes second on the stage. Ion Izagirre for Cofidis. He's been setting a really good time. First at the first time check, second at the second. Will we see first at the finish? He does. Ion Izagirre overtakes Carlos Rodriguez for the stage. Ben O'Connor 10th overall. Yeah, well, Ayuso, what? Yeah. Plus 5 days, man. Plus 5 days. O'Connor 11 seconds down. Peo Bilbao now. He set the best time at the second time check. He overtook that of Ion Izagirre. Will it be enough to dethrone it? Will it be a Spanish 1-2-3 on the stage? Bilbao takes over the hot seat. Van Wilder, second in the youth classification. 8th overall. 11th at the first few time checks. Oliveira needs to be leader again. Narvaez, he's on a bad, it's not good at time trials, 2 minutes 46 down. Edward Turns, 1 minute 40. Stephen Williams, the co-leader of Team Mapai, losing 3 minutes at the second time check. We see Michael Matthews passing the Austrian rider who's in the youth classification jersey. Nizzolo, second overall. He's a minute 39 down. He won't be contesting the overall. And Zaccato, the current race leader, he'll definitely be losing the lead today. So it looks like the positions have been finalised. Peo Bilbao will take the stage win. Unless we do a count back and see that Ion Izagirre beats him. Ion Izagirre on countback has won the stage ahead of Peo Bilbao, who finishes on the same time. What an excellent result for the professional continental team. Followed by Vingegaard, Bissiger, Oliveira, Hermans, Price, O'Connor and Mollema. That moves Bilbao. Okay, so Izagirre won the stage, but Bilbao gets the leader's jersey. Cool. Guess that's how it is. Rodriguez won second back. Bissiger, Oliveira, Hermans, Price, Pitson, O'Connor and Van Wilder rounding out the top 10. Zaccato still in the KOM jersey. And in the points classification jersey still, young rider is Carlos Rodriguez, followed by 9 seconds back Price Pitson. Team classification is HTC Columbia High Road. What a day of upsets and unexpected results in Catalunya. I swear if the Alpecin de Koenig manager tells me the team's wrong, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, there we have the GC at the end of the second stage. Bilbao up to first on the same time as Ion Izagirre. Rodriguez is third, 1 second back. It's very, very close. Soler, probably the worst, one of the worst GC, well, best of the worst GC riders. Dunbar 47 seconds down, Kreisvar, Keldermans 58 seconds down, Lopez 120. Where's Sepkus? Ayuso is 1 minute 26 down, Jai Hindley and Sepkus 1 minute 20 down, Egan Bernal 1:34. Here we have mountain top finish up the Volta 2000. Rodriguez is the favourite, followed by Rodriguez, Hindley, Kuss. Really all the big mountain boys in the race. Stage 1 was a breakaway win. The breakaway stayed away just enough to win, and all the GC leaders, since it was classed as a mountainy stage, all the GC leaders were attacking the final 5 kilometers. Hence why all the GC leaders were all over the place. But Nozzolo was nicely placed. Anyway. We have it in yellow, we have the top 10 of the GC, and the green we have the top 10 of the points, with 2 intermediate sprint points on offer and 10 points at the finish. Who's going to be in the breakaway today? Looks like it is Jason Osborne, the German road race champion from Alpecin de Koenig. He is getting things lit up. Chris Froome, 7-time Grand Tour winner for Team Mapai, trying to get into the break. Butrago, of course, he lost 2 minutes 57 in that time trial. He's trying to show his face in the race, but in the breakaway, but it looks like the peloton are not happy with some of these riders who are getting in the breakaway, like 8th overall. Price Pitson. Well, no point in saying who's in the breakaway yet, because everyone's just not letting anyone go at this point. Still chasing down whoever's in it. HTC's got a nice 4-man train. 3 riders have established themselves in the breakaway for the day. it is Jason Osborne, who is 2 minutes 44 down. Stefan Bissegger, who is 5th, 4 seconds down. And Buitrago, of course, who is 90th at 2:57. Peloton is being led by HTC with Axel Lawrence on the front. They're doing a lot of the chasing because they have Bilbao, who is in the race leader's jersey. They keep the gap to 2 minutes 40, so it looks like the breakaway shouldn't win the stage, but who knows. Bonus seconds on offer. We see Bissegger launch for the bonus seconds first. Osborne's trying to come around the right. He is no match, and Buitrago just gets dropped because he is no sprinter at all. With the bonus seconds actually on offer, there are 3 bonus seconds. That would put Bissegger into second, well, 3rd place actually overall, moving up 2 positions on the provisional stable. Eddie Dunbar has fallen. The whole UAE train has just gone back to pick him up. They are safely back in the peloton. Breakaway still working nicely together. 10 kilometers to the next intermediate sprint. Will we see Bissegger go for the next intermediate sprint? I think we will. Gap is 2 minutes 40. The peloton are definitely keeping a tight leash on them. Not wanting what happened in the first stage to happen here once again. Bissegger's leading them up the climb. Osborne's tight in as well, but Buitrago, I'm surprised he doesn't try anything early. 1 kilometer to go. Bissegger tries to open the sprint. Osborne comes right around the outside. Osborne has the lead here. Osborne takes maximum points in this intermediate sprint. And the 3 bonus seconds away from Bissegger. But I think Bissegger is now the virtual leader in the race. Just on bonus seconds alone. Obviously he's up the road. Who does Bora have? They have Bookman, who's 57 seconds down. Kemner, who's 32. So hopefully they're running for Kemner. But who knows? Another rider has fallen. Who is this? I don't know. Axel Lawrence has just done all the work at the front this morning. And he is now been dropped from the peloton. The gap to the breakaway is reducing now 2 minutes. As we see Ferron and Forêt Prost on the front doing a lot of the pacemaking. Dombrowski, the American jersey, showing his face at the front. Absolutely, he won from the break. 37 kilometers to go, just that steep climb now. Who's off the Buitrago has been dropped from the breakaway. He cannot keep up with the pace. Is Bissiger and Osborne go it alone? Juan Pedro Lopez now on the front, setting the pace. Will get rid of the climbers. The sprinters will get the climbers in there. Buitrago has been caught, and with that, HTC reduced the pace slightly, giving the breakaway another gap back to 1 minute 40, and subsequently reducing it down again because Tiberi is on the front. Bahrain victorious, doing all the pacemaking. You see Osborne attacking Bissiger now. Bissiger looking dead. He's paying for his earlier efforts. Does Luke Osborne have what it takes to hold on to win the stage? A lot of riders are messing up towards the front of the peloton. Maybe there might be an attack. We see Carlos Rodriguez, 3rd overall, 1 second down. He's gearing up. A bit of a stalemate now at the front as the gap increases now to 58 seconds to Bissiger. Almost a minute. Meanwhile, 7 minutes down the road, Axel Lawrence is paying for his efforts on the front, but his team is happy. The breakaway has been kept in check, in line today. Dombrowski now back to the front. HTC keeps saying, hey mate, come on, we can't keep pushing and pulling this breakaway. We can't get them get close and then push them out even further. Ooh, Osborne satellite for class such Volta. Ooh. Realistically, yes, as we see Bissiger being caught by the peloton. I think he's fallen straight through the bunch. Visma Leasebike sending a few riders to the front. Looks like Jai Hindley's going for an attack. Jai Hindley a minute 22 down. 14 kilometers to go. He's launching an attack. We see Calzone just come to the front and just increase the pace for Visma Leasebike. He jumps across to his wheel now as the peloton splits in two. A lot of riders struggling to hold the wheel. We see the sprinting team of Nizzolo pulling off to the back as Henley is caught only 54 seconds up the road now for our sole leader Osborne. Are we expecting a move from Volta? Sipkus also in there at the front, a minute 20 down. Peo Bilbao is just marking them. He's doing the great job after his team has put awesome effort into him all day. Ayuso a minute 26 down. On the left again it's Jai Hindley, this time being marked by Wilco Calderman. Will the duo of pink riders get away? 20 seconds is their lead, 9 kilometers to go. We see the reaction from DSM. They send Marcel Milsi to the front. Calzone once again doing the pacemaking. Susans and Barcelo. De La Cruz is there for Bilbao. Vengagor has to react himself with no more domestiques left. Ayuso has Calzone who is on the front. As we see Hindley, just a slight gap between him and Calderman. Calderman gets back onto his wheel. They have 25 seconds on the peloton, being led by Visma Leasebike. Satna, the only pro team in this race, I'm pretty sure. One of the only pro teams in this race, sorry. Are driving the pace, and they have caught Hindley and Calderman once again. Zagere, who is second overall, they're setting him up for the stage. Who's this off the back? Oh, it's Buitrago. What's happening now? We're going to see Bookman do something. Very stalemate. We just see DSM and Bora on the front setting the pace. Looks like Schultz is moving up. Is he going to be doing something for Sepkos? Yep, Sepkos through the middle. He's launching an attack. Bookman sensed it. He's straight as well. So with Rodriguez, Bilbao. There's a long train of the GC leaders at the back. They're struggling to hook on. The Satna squad of Izigeta is quite a way down the road. All it would take is Will to drop the wheel for them to be out of contention. 2.3 kilometers to go. If they're starting from back here, they're not going to be having a good time. We see Sepkus still driving the pace there. Now on the left hand side of the road, 1.5 kilometers to go to the top. Just a few switchbacks now. It looks like it's going to come down to a sprint. Rodriguez is falling back through the peloton. He is third overall, first in the youth classification. Not a good day for him. As we see Hindley back at the front again. Kuss has died off. There's 300 meters to go. Vingegaard just rolls through at the right time. Hindley on the right hand side of the road tries to sprint for it. I think Vingegaard has taken the stage just here. Nope, Hindley has. After all his attacking, Ayuso takes third, followed by Dunbar, Soler, Bowman, Verwijker, Kuss, Gal, and Izagirre. So will we see some time gaps here? We definitely see some back to Verona, Chavez, Bernal, Kelderman losing time, Steph Klaas also. Where's my first Mapai rider? Williams and Griegard riding together. Sick. 5 minutes down. Yeah. Will Axel Lawrence finish? He should. He's got an hour to finish. 5 kilometers as we catch up to the Nizzolo Gruppetto. He's got a nice supporting of many African riders with him. Henley takes stages a few time gaps. He gets the same time as Vingegaard, 6 seconds back to Ayuso, 9 to Dunbar, 15 back to Sepp Kuss, and 25 to Ion Izagirre. What has it done to the overall? Vingegaard is in the lead. Ion Izagirre, Pierre Bebel, 28 seconds back. Rodriguez a further 1 second back. Henley enters the top 10, 1:15 down. Best climber now is John Henley as he overtakes Zaccato, 26 points. Zaccato still in the points classification. And young rider is still Carlos Rodriguez, 12 seconds ahead of Van Wilder. And team classification is Soudal Quickstep. There we have the GC change. Vingegaard up 3, Ion Izagirre in the same place, Bebel down 2, Rodriguez down 1. First dimension data rider, Parisini on 80th, and I'm pretty sure Grigor is the best, the first Mapai rider on 74th. Anyway, full stage, let's get into it. Another hilly stage. Quite a few KOM points on offer. Vingegaard, Kuss, and Rodriguez are the favourites. We'll pick a new Alpecin jersey, and we'll happily do it. Rain today in quite a few descents, so we might be seeing a lot of crashes. There's been a few crashes so far, but no one abandoning. It's always fun when riders abandon. I say that now as one of my riders would guarantee to abandon now because of what I have just said. Looks like Voltago tried to get himself in the break once again, but they will not let him. FDJ now controlling the pace for Vingagor. There's a four-man group out in front: Quinn Simmons, Andrea Piccoli, Zacrato and Hedgick. Looks like they're going to be fighting for a lot of those classification points as more riders try to get into the breakaway, with FDJ only hunting them down. As Butrago once again, as we see Chavez also trying to make it into that breakaway. Meanwhile at the front we have an intermediate sprint. Zacrato's leading them, Hedrick trying to come around. Looks like Zacrato takes more points in that classification. Gorka Izigere for Visma Lisa Bike is trying to get on the action with his brother high up in GC. As we see the Group Armour FDJ train doing most of the pacemaking. Izigere has made himself off to the front bunch, and another group of riders is clear of the bunch. Second group. Meanwhile, there's a fall at the back, so Verona will just go to see the fall first. Everyone is up except for Bowman. He's also up, but he's further back down the road. That second bunch contains Volta, Kemner, him, Van Eetveld, Verona and Schultz. Quite a group of strong climbers there. Second tier leaders, if I'm not mistaken. As they begin to climb, the riders are all just being spat out the back of the breakaway. Hedgick and Zacrato off the back. Verona, Piccoli, Volta, Izigere. We see it's most of those riders from that second bunch on the road who were able to keep up with the pace. Quinn Simmons is gone now. Van Eetveld, Kemner was in the bunch. Break. It is Schultz and Gibraltar from Team Lidl Trek who will be going for the mountain points here. 1.2 kilometers to go. It is the Eritrean rider who now leads. Will Schultz have a last spur moment of energy? He will, but to no avail. The Eritrean takes maximum points. We see Slock attacking from inside the peloton with Chris Froome. They're going for the mountain points there. Did they take any? Slock took the final point, Froome took none. Will these two riders get in the breakaway? No, they sat up to get back into the peloton. As we see Wanari, now the last rider on the road. He's done his time on the front for his squad. Meanwhile, there's an attack in the peloton. Oliveira has launched an attack. Butrago and Chavez have gone with him. FDJ have upped the pace. They are not happy with these riders being in the breakaway. They don't want strong climbers, especially with these big climbs going. Andre Amador has been dropped from the peloton. He has had a puncture. The Butrago group is about to make it up to the breakaway as they are passing Quinn Simmons now. The breakaway out in front is 8 men, all working reasonably well together. The Eritrean rider tries to attack. Was he working for Chavez now? It looks like it's going to be working for Chavez. Trying to help them stay away. So we see Harold Martin Lopez and Ruben Thompson on the front. They've only got a minute and they're going flat tack. They're probably using a lot of their energy. The peloton's probably doing the same. But Vingagor will probably lose quite a few of his domestics early on, probably before the final climb. We see an intermediate sprint incoming. Will they go for it? It looks like Butrago tries to grab some points there. I think he grabbed 1 bonus second in that sprint. He got second to 2 points and 2 bonus seconds. We see the peloton now being split into 2 bunches. Is that because of the sprint? And will they come back together? Bowman is not in the front bunch. Vervaika, Nizzolo, quite a lot of riders have missed out on that split. I see Soler here. Ryan Archie, Dombrowski. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on this and hope that they will get back together, but 50-50 really. As we see Charles Page now being dropped from the group. It looks like the Eritrean national champion has been caught, and the breakaway is about to be caught by the FDJ-led peloton. AG2 Le Mondial are helping out. The 3 riders have been dropped. That's Butrago, Simmons, and Thompson. If you're not in this select peloton, you're not in it to win it, it seems. Soler's in the front bunch. And Froome is in the front bunch. Hopefully Froome's on a good day today and he doesn't attack too much more. We want him to have a good placing in the stage overall. Oliveira is now dropped from the peloton with Kemna. Kemna, who I thought would do well in this race. I swear my climbers, it's never seen them before. Harold Martin Lopez and Van Eetveld being dropped now. Susan's hanging on for grim life. He knows he's got a long way to go, but he knows that the terrain flattens out slightly. Let's have a look. Let's grab a time gap from someone who we know won't drop. Let's get a time gap from Vingegaard to who's in the second bunch on the road. Bowman. There's 4 minutes between these 2 bunches on the road here. No action happening as of yet. Yes, there was. Attack by Felix Gall. He is 2 minutes 40 down. He has gained a lead of 30 seconds as Pronsky is now sent to the front to do the domestic duties. The second big bunch on the road, Stef Kras of Alpecin-de-Koning, is doing a lot of the work. He has got Vinokourov and Ebriha also helping him out. Ivo Oliveira and Bookman are doing the chasing, and they have caught Felix Gall. Will he launch right away, or will he sit in, maybe hoping something else will come of it? Lenny Martinez of Santana now launches an attack. Chris Froome is the first to respond. Hedrick and Zaccato, but Zaccato dies very, very suddenly. Froome, he's on a good day it seems. Martinez leading the way towards the top of this climb. Is Froome going for the mountain points, or is Froome going to try and take the stage with Martinez? Who knows? It is now Bouchard and Pronsky on the front for Vingegaard. Quite a... oh, geez, Barcelo's still here. Verona. Liam Slock is rolling to the back of the group. He's not too happy. He's finding it very difficult to keep up. O'Connor's working for Felix Gall, it seems. O'Connor, even though he's quite a way up in GC. Froome now on the front for this bunch. Time gap's keeping constant, 50 seconds. Froome's looking a little bit dead. As Froome takes maximum points there, does he? Froome takes maximum points at that time check. He is second overall in the climber classification. Great work by him. We see Martinez looking a little bit dead. They're all setting up now. It looks like they were just going for those points, but Hedrick, he wants to continue. The Austrian rider wants to keep going. More riders have been dropped from this front group. Pronsky is now gone. A lot of the leaders are isolated. Still 30 seconds between the front group and the main peloton of the favourites. Bouchard is on the front. Camargo is second wheel for the Santana team. As we exit the descent, there is 21 seconds between these 2 bunches. Pickering and Vinokourov have crashed. He's not there somewhere. Oh well. Martinez attacks from these trio once again. Looks like Martinez wants to have an advantage going up this climb. Froome is losing a bit of his energy to try and keep up with them. That's bad news for Froome. Still 40 seconds, 5 minutes separating these 2 main groups on the road. as the trio is about to be caught by Felix Gao. Satnez moving up more towards the front now. The question is, are they working for Soler or for Izagirre, or even both even? Dunbar's still hanging on, he's 9th overall. Froome's looking a little bit tired, his head shaking quite a lot. 16 kilometers to go. Riders are dropping off the back of the bunch. We say goodbye to Chris Froome and Hadjic. Still 14 kilometers of climbing to go. Oh, we see a bit of movement. A few of the riders coming up more towards the front. Looks like Van Wilder is sending Engelhart. Was it Hindley sending Engelhart up to the front to do some pace setting? Seb Kuss is showing his face. Remember, we saw last stage he showed his face and then he attacked straight up through the middle. Maybe he's trying to do something like that once again. O'Connor is the first to launch attack on the climb. 8.2 kilometers to go. Kuss is turning his wheel, followed by Vingegaard, Hindley, Rodriguez, Soler. Well, everyone's in a line, but Dunbar, Ayuso, Bookman, Rodriguez. A few riders missing out. Bilbao, Van Wilder, Izagirre misses out. Verona, Hamilton. Jan Hurt has dropped, and it looks like Eddie Dunbar has lost all his domestics in that move. Carlos Rodriguez is dropping now. 4th overall. He will head back to the second bunch on the road. There's now a select group of 8 riders up the road. Ayuso is riding himself into the top 10, as is Bookman and Kuss. All these riders in the second bunch are looking very, very dead. Bilbao is the only one with a lot of energy. Izagirre, who's 2nd overall, they're losing their 2nd and 3rd places overall, these two. Van Wilder will not be cooperated, neither will Rob Schartner. Chavez should be. Are we going to see an attack from one of these riders? We should be, with 3 kilometers to go. The terrain is still keeps roughly the same. It will pick up once again in a few meters. Vingegaard launches, the favourite for the race. In the race leaders jersey, see Kuss being spat out the back. He's paying for his earlier efforts. Soler just hanging on. Bookman dying as well. Looks like everyone's dead. Just Vingegaard and Ayuso are alive. Soler made his way up to the front before he died. Probably great effort by him. Hindley just hanging on. If Ayuso goes now, he might be able to take it. Maybe Vingegaard. Ayuso's trying to come around him, but it looks like Vingegaard's giving him a little bit of the block. Ayuso's decided to sprint way too late. He is no match. Vingegaard takes the stage. Hindley rounds out the podium. Here's Soler, O'Connor, Dunbar, and Bookman. Izagirre losing his 2nd place overall. Bilbao losing his 3rd place. Chavez moving his way up the table. Rodriguez definitely out of the youth jersey right now, as we see Van Wilder further up the road. You should make it, Granari. I don't think anyone's going to DNF the stage. Yeah, he makes the stage. He makes the time cut. We have it. Vingegaard takes the stage. Ayuso on the same time. Hindley 20 seconds back. And that's a big time gap. Vingegaard extends his lead. O'Connor moves into second. Stoller into third. Dunbar from 10th to 5th. We see Jonas Aguirre drop to 7th and Bilbao down to 10th. Best climber Vingegaard extends his lead in that classification. Zaccato still in the points classification, but only just. He'll need to be in the break the next few days to maintain it. Ayuso takes it ahead of Van Wilder and Rodriguez. Oh, I forgot about Ayuso. And Santander takes the team classification leader now. There's only 7 stages, right? Thank God. GC real quick. O'Connor into second. Soler. Quite a lot of movement around here. Young rider, we see user moves up. Mountain, Vingegaard. Oh, Henley used to have that. Sorry, Vingegaard moves up. And Vingegaard moves up on Zaccato. Punchy stage. Looks like it could be more for someone with a bit of a hill stat. But we'll see what happens. Another rainy day. Still no riders DNFing. Don't think. No riders DNF'd. Cool, let's wait for the breakaway to establish before we bother naming all the names. So we have a group of 9 who have established themselves up the road. 3 riders from the GW Shimano side. We have De Bruyne, Del Toro, Zimmerman, Bissiger from Bora, Boulderstone, Plapp, Hellmichael, Ryan, and Ellisond. Of course, in the front we'll see Groupama FDJ, but also UAE Team Emirates and Soudal Quickstep. Three points on offer at this climb, 3 kilometers to go. Surely someone's going to sprint for it. No one's going to sprint for the mountain points. Alisson takes it. Damn, Froome should have been here. I should have sent someone. There's 5-minute gap. Oh, we have a crash at the back. Sebastian Berwick has fallen, but he is back up on his bike. Haldeman had a puncture, just how EF team came back for, but all he came back for was to help Berwick up back into the peloton. Amador has fallen, another big fall actually in the peloton. Mollema, quite a few riders on the ground. We're seeing Amador abandon the race. Andre Amador domestic for EF Easy Post. Martinez also crashed, but he is up on his bike once again. Oops. Another fall. Lucas Hamilton, Grobscharder and Fedon have fallen, but they're all up and back in peloton. Stage 5. Intermediate sprint coming up in 6 kilometers. Will we see the breakaway contest it? Let's hope so. Puncture for Alisson in the breakaway, but he's back up in them once again. We do see a sprint. It is Bissiger going for those intermediate sprint points, taking max points ahead of Alisson and Archie Ryan. Something's happened in the peloton. Marc Sorel, is he unlucky or is he just falling off the back? Looks like he's just falling off the back. Pace is too much for him. Still still Sudal Quickstep, Groupama FDJ, and UAE Team Emirates. Ooh, Juan Pedro Lopez, Tiberi and Osborne have fallen. They're all up though, back in the peloton. 1.5 Ks till next intermediate sprint. We're going to see Bissiger go for it. Alisson's at the front, he's going for it. Bissiger coming from afar, cannot take first, but he takes second. Kamna has fallen in the peloton. He's back up on his bike and in the peloton. Jan Hurt has been dropped. He's not a good day for him. Alisson has fallen, hit by the red car, but back up on his bike. The breakaways began the final climb of the day, the Porte de Montserrat. Alisson is trying to make his way back up to the peloton. The breakaway. Del Toro's lead them up the climb. Archie Ryan looking in difficulty. Still Sudal Quickstep, EF Education this time coming to the fore. Only 5 rows left. Bissiger is dropping off. Could be a day for the Ethiopian. Never mind, spoke too soon. Looks like Plappy or Zimmerman. Zimmerman takes maximum points. They don't even sprint for it. Peloton has just absorbed everyone else as we see Keldman attack over the top with Izagere, Williams and Matthew also going for it. Sudal Quickstep reels them all back in as they come over the top. 20 kilometers to go. Zimmerman attacks from the breakaway, dropping Luke Plapp. Izagere and Keldman still have a slight advantage on the peloton. Quinn Simmons jumps across to them. Rodriguez tries to get in the mix. He's just outside the top 10. The last major climb section of the race. There is a fall in the peloton. Harry Sweeney has fallen. A big crash in the peloton. Michael Matthews apparently is on the ground, and Koen Bowman and Harry Sweeney not having a good day. Bowman trying to move. We'll catch up with him later. At the front, we see an attack. Kelderman's going for it now. Kelderman, after his manager called him out on social media. Ezegede, Simmons and Plapp are responding. Quite a lot of riders getting into the mix there. Most of the GC men trying to do something. The peloton has split off into quite a few bunches now. Still Zimmerman and Kelderman out in front, 5.3 kilometers to go. The descent is almost finished. Hugo Huil is leading Alpecin de Koenig, 3.8 kilometers to go. Will it be a sprint? Another fall in A1. Bookman is on the ground. Dunbar is lost contact with the front bunch, so it's Felix Gall, Kamna and Rodriguez. So close to the finish, not good for them. The sprint has begun at the front. It is Stephen Williams on the front for Mapai. Mapai take stage 5 of the Catalunya. Volta in second, Matthews in third. Few runners losing time, of course. Rodriguez losing another 57 seconds. Gall, Kamna and Dunbar. Bookman also. Harry Sweeney has just withdrawn from the race. See the Mapai rider Stephen Williams taking stage 5 in the sprint against Volta and Matthews. General classification still Vingegaard, as we see Dunbar losing a bit of time there. Sepp Kuss, there's a few movement around there. Best climber Vingegaard still by a far. Point classification still Zacrato, 3 points ahead of Vingegaard. And Ayuso still leads the youth. Just quickly check. Who abandoned? Oh, Bowman did too. Cool.
Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no legs, it'll kill when I'm desperate.
3 DNFs in this stage onto Amdol, Koen Bowman and Harry Sweeney. Overall, a few changes between 5th and 10th. We see Dunbar drop 4 places. Heinley, Ezegede, Ben Wilder and Bilbao up. Bookman loses some more. Chavez. No changes in Mountain. Youth, a few changes but minor. And team classification, nothing much at all. Penultimate stage, another sprinty stage for the punches. Nizzolo is the favourite.
And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your
Exactly, I get some stage points too. So we need Tobang out for one day.
give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. 'Cause when there's no exit, I'm not giving.
Once again, wait for the break to form. Oh, Ben Hermans is trying to get the break. Excellent. Ben Hermans is the one rider out in front, 45 seconds. He's trying to be joined by Nurko and Schultz. He is joined by Nurko and Schultz. Three-man breakaway. Nick Schultz, Ben Hermans, and Naruka. Jesus, man. Names. It's like 10 PM for me. Thanks for tuning in, people. Apologies for my shitty commentary. Give me a sprint. Apologies. Naruka, anyone gonna go for it? Come on, Hermans, go for it. Looks like Hermans is gonna take second though. Schultz in first, and Naruka in third. Oh, puncture for Van Beckham. He's back in the peloton. I mentioned Davis driving the pace. Makes sense though. Nizzolo. As much as I think Nizzolo's going to win, I want Stephen Williams to take the second stage win. So hopefully he sprints for it. Fall by Parasini. He is back up in the peloton though. The breakaway is about 5 kilometers from the KOM point now with 1 kilometer to go. Will we see a sprint towards the line? What's the point of being in the break then? Schultz taking excellent points there once again. Hermans in second. Well, the breakaway's going to get caught. The gap is a minute 10 now. Now the intermediate sprint. Oh, they're actually sprinting for the intermediate sprint. Schultz takes it ahead of Kuruka and Hermans in third. All that work by Dimension Data. It would be a shame if they didn't win the stage. The green colours on display as we see Ben Hermans dropped from the breakaway and is the first man caught by the peloton. Schultz will be the last man. He will earn most aggressive on the stage. Peloton's all back together, 20 kilometers to go. Hugo Huil has punctured. He's now with the Pronsky and Pickering group. There's quite a few splits occurring. There's a little bit of a crosswind, but nothing major. Sepp Kuss has fallen. We saw that happen before our eyes. Everyone is up and back, almost back in the peloton. It's just this little gap here that Bookman is trying to bridge. 15 kilometers to go. Oh, there's another further group actually back here. DSM has all come back for Sepp Kuss. I don't blame them. George Bennett's lead them up with the final climb of the day. 700 meters to go. Chavez now says, "Now mate, my turn to lead the pace." He's trying to bring Mollema up to the front. Dimension Data have been pushed off the front. Zollo might miss out on the stage win because of these tactics here. 12 kilometers to go. It's a nice steady descent and a short punchy finish. Not too high of a percentage, but enough to make it not one for the pure sprinters. A few sprint trains happening here. We have the Matthews for UAE, Team Emirates. Stephen Williams is up there. He's on the back of Matthews, sorry. He knows that's where he wants to be. Edward Turns has been led out by Little Trek. Dan Hull, is he here for Sorrel? Who knows? Good to see Sorrel keeping up in this stage. Engelhardt and Storer looking like they also might want to try something. Where's Nizzolo? There's Nizzolo there in the green. Two trains at the front. Looks like it's just UAE Team Emirates now. Bit of a scrum for every other position with a lot of blocking going on. Menten looks like he has the best wheel. Engelhardt actually has Matthews' wheel. Champusson also there. Where's Williams gone? There. 2.4 to go. Eddie Dunbar now leading out Michael Matthews. Dunbar then is going to become Oliveira. Dunbar swings across. Oliveira starts a sprint and Nizzolo just goes for it straight through the middle. Can anyone come around him? It looks like Edward Turns is going to challenge. Zolo is celebrating and he still takes the win ahead of Turns and Matthews. Damn it, Williams. Top 10, but you know, stage win, man. Zolo of Dimension Data takes the stage win ahead of Turns and Matthews. Shouldn't be any change in any of these other classifications. No change in GC. Points, we see Nizzolo up to third. Zucrato still now 3 points ahead of Vingegaard and Nizzolo. Melton is still Vingegaard, Youth Ayuso, and Satin is still the team. Final stage of the race is a hilly circuit. Barcelona to Barcelona. Looks like it's another day for the punchy sprinters. I hope Stephen Williams can win a second stage for our Mapai squad. final stage of the race. Let's hope nothing too drastic happens. I mean, I don't think Vingegaard could lose this race unless he has a bad crash or some dodgy ass sprints occur. Is anyone going to get into today's break? Quite a few riders. Looks like we're following Gomez, Plapp and Del Toro. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 points on offer for the KOM classification. So if Henley was in the break, he could take it. Yeah, Henley's the only one who could beat in this. Well, we missed the intermediate sprint, which Gomez took ahead of Hamilton and Del Toro. First KOM point, no one's sprinting for it, but Hamilton takes points there. Hamilton takes points in the second KOM point of the day. Zakato could lose his points jersey. He should have got into the break today. Quite a few teams actually in the pacemaking. Of course, we have Downton data for Nizzolo, Lidl Trek, Sudal Quickstep, UAE Team Emirates, Bahrain Victorious, EF Easy Post, Alpecin de Koenig, HTC. Quite a few riders here at the front. Oh, they sprinted for that sprint. That was the most stupid thing ever. Why would they do that? Hamilton took a hit of Del Toro and Plapp. KOM point inbound. Looks like Plapp and Del Toro have a tech. Nope. Hamilton and Gomez have fallen, allowing Plapp and Del Toro 30 seconds advantage up the next climb. What's going to happen? Are they going to wait for everyone else? They are. Hamilton is coming from behind. Do you attack to catch up, or you attack to take the win? Plapp takes maximum points over this climb. Makes no difference to the KOM classification. Minute 40. Pace in the peloton has increased. We see a fall in the pack. Fail Prost has fallen of HTC, but he is back up on his bike and in the peloton. No KOM points on offer for this lap. The gap is increasing now as we see Del Toro has fallen again on the stage. He is dropped from the breakaway. We see points on offer at the top, with Plapp taping maximum once again. This be a day for the breakaway. Plapp taking more points. We see him moving up into the top 10 on the stage. There's a fall in the back. Zakato, the leader of the points classification, has fallen. Team DSM might lose their points jersey today. He's 2 minutes back and his team is not coming back to help him. Del Toro has caught back up as Gomez is dropped. Oh, there's points on offer there. Del Toro took maximum. Del Toro now attacks on the descent. There's 20 kilometers to go. They've got a gap of just over a minute on the peloton. Vinokurov is there for EF Education. He is helping with the pacemaking. Toro has a reasonable lead, but he is looking a little bit dead. 20 seconds to Plapp and Hamilton. Plapp attacks over the top. He wants more of those Melton points. Meanwhile, it is Oliver Narsson leading the peloton over there just behind the breakaway. As more riders are falling off the back. Where's Nizzolo? There he is. He's more towards the back. So is Stephen Williams. Williams has some poor positioning. He needs to get further up if he wants to take the stage. Matthews looks the best positioned to take the stage so far. 14 kilometers to go. The breakaway has been caught. Narsens lead them up the climb. Vinokourov, maybe we might see an attack from Vingegaard. There's 2 laps to go, 2 more times up this climb. Kreiswag's moving up. Bilbao is on the left. He got blocked by Matthews. Quite unlucky in that remark. Come on, Williams, move up the damn peloton. We see an attack by Rodriguez over the top. Champousson straight on his wheel. Engelhardt there also. All kind of back together. Scaroni now on the front of Alpecin de Koenig. They got 1 more lap of this short course. Scaroni's leading up the climb. Will we see an attack? It looks like we will. Is the opening up the middle of the screen. Barcelo seems to be launching an attack. Oh, Scaroni, he did the work on the front. Now he's attacking. A little bit unexpected. Vingegaard is reacting. The blue car of death blocking everyone. Scaroni has a small gap. Barcelo and Hindley also. It's all split open at the front. Buitrago's off the front. Will Buitrago be able to redeem himself after a really shitty race? Jai Hindley's trying to jump across to... Geez, Martinelli's here or is he at the back of the race? He's at the back of the race. Okay. At the front, Scaroni here has a 13-second lead. 2 kilometers to go. It's Hindley and Barcelo trying to chase him down. Alpecin de Koenig, their redefining factor. Will their manager still be annoyed at their shitty race, or will the stage win make it all worth it? He celebrates early. Scaroni takes the stage ahead of Hindley and Barcelo. Buitrago and Kamna both miss out. Rodriguez looks to be gaining a top 6th position. We see Matthews coming through with Williams also behind him, just outside of the top 10. Alpecin de Koenig, redeemed. Pronsky has fallen. He's back up though. Final podium of the race. Christian Scaroni of Alpecin de Koenig takes stage 7 of the Volta Ciclista at Catalunya. Overall, the victory goes to Jonas Vingegaard, Ben O'Connor, Soler, Ayuso, Hindley running up the top 5. Best climber, Jonas Vingegaard. And Hindley takes over the points classification, 1 point ahead of Zaccato. Zaccato, all he had to do was get in the break on today's stage. He wouldn't have lost the jersey. Very sad story for the DSM squad. Ayuso takes youth. And Santander takes the team classification. There you go, I've just posted the exports in the thing. And let's get the GC. Quite a good race for Vingegaard, of course. An awesome win for Scaroni after the manager was ridiculing them in the chat. What I do want to look at is best placed rider for dimension data. Parassini in 80th. I mean, to be fair, they didn't send any climbers. And my best place, Froome was the best place because of that performance on that mountain stage. He came 52nd. Grigard really disappointed. Williams won a stage, so he wasn't so bad. Hindley in the points classification. Vingegaard, of course, in the mountain. Hindley came close, and if Hindley would have won all those mountain sprints, he would have taken more points there. So in youth, Van Wilder was close, and at one stage, of course, Rodriguez was in the lead. And team... Hey, Mapai moved up the team classification 2 places at that final stage. What a shit team. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your days, you European people. I will be off to sleep shortly.
Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go.